Right, what we have here is a FH12 460 Globetrotter Volvo. She's our better lorry. She's 11 plate. I haven't had it long. Only got about 500 Ks on it. She's in nice condition. We've got her on a 45 foot 32 cubic metre back tanker. She's a 6x2 mid lift. Tanker's a 3-axle jobby. She's just charging everything up at the minute. I just started it up. Been a wet old night. That's a vacuum pump on the side there. It's quite a long lorry. I must admit I don't particularly like driving this one much, but when this needs must, the old devil drives. But I just I must admit I tend to stick to the small ones. My favourite's a straw lorry. On the back here we've got 2 6-inch valves for loading and discharging, and we're off to Clophill to pick up a couple of loads of sewage for our angling water. Right, that's more or less a walk round look at her. It's a Dakota trailer. It is European build, but it is a good trailer. It's second-hand Billy Bowie from I think Edinburgh way. No, it's Glasgow side of Scotland. We brought it up from there about, I suppose, must be 5 years ago now. It's a good tanker. It's a stainless steel barrel, and we put a new pump on it. I think it's like a 460 Durant pump. Quite a big pump. It works well, and we'll load the 32 cubic metres in 20 minutes. So it's a heck of a thing, and she's 44 tonne. So there you go. Right, that's your little walk round. Now I've got to get up in the cab. I'll just shut you off for a minute. Right, here we are. We're inside the cab now. I think we're a little bit on the wonk. Let me just adjust you a bit. There you go. We don't want you on a wonk. It'll make you seasick. Right, we're inside the wagon, ready to rock and roll, but that's a bit self-explanatory, isn't it? I've put in my digicard, brilliant. My little spy in the cab. That's for her own good, so I've been told. Yeah, so telephone's there. We shan't be touching that. Unless I want to lose my licence, so we shan't be touching the telephone. Put that on there now. So yeah, we're ready to go. Hopefully I won't run nothing over with the trailer today. I ain't great with this long trailer, I tell you. I like my bale trailer because she follows so lovely. I'm just getting my seat right, get myself comfy. I like a bit of support on the old seat, round the shoulders there. It's a nice seat in this. You can get yourself nice and comfy in it. I'm putting my seat belt on, see, look there, it's going on. Just wanted to make sure you know that I'm safely strapped in. I might raise my voice a bit, it's a bit snug. I don't know who they made these belts for. I've got a bit of free play in there. I won't break my neck, put it that way. Right. It's an ice shift, so I ain't got to change gear. Axles are all up, yep. Right, put a bit of diesel in there. There you go. Away we go. I've got to go, I suppose I've got to go 15, 16 mile up the road to Clophill. Stick a load of poo in the back. And then go, I should say 10 miles, maybe 8 or 10 miles back the other way. And chuck it in another hole. Suck it out one hole, throw it in another hole. Okay? Or what we do to keep you people's toilets running. There we go. Got out the gate without running over the daffodils anyway. Right. Now, I've had some good comments on the old YouTube. Well, I've had spectacular comments. It really encouraged me to keep doing it, like, really is good. I'm always one for encouraging people. whatever I might be encouraging them into doing, you know, that's another matter. I do try to encourage them wife as much as possible, but she just tells me to go away. This is my mate here next door. He's Michael Underwood. Lovely, lovely fella, Michael. Lovely fella. Salt of the earth. We're all just about to start chucking our money all over the fields and making this crop grow, so we can grow you some nice wheat to mill up to make some bread. So yeah, we're all busily doing that at the moment. Or we will be. I think next 2 days look very good. Today's a bit damp and a bit moist, but the next couple of days are pretty good. Here's our postman now. Oh, he's going to put me in the dirt. He's alright, he is. He likes our dogs. He, oh, there's that big old hole there. He brings a treat for him. He's a very sensible postman, to be honest with you. He's got our dogs all bribed, but they all go charging to the door when the postman comes, not to attack him, but to give him a big kiss and have their treat. But he's a nice fella. He's a new boy. Our old one has been with us for years. He's retiring. I think he's going somewhere warm near the coast. Mind you, there ain't many warm places on the coast in England at the minute. But I must admit, I put a couple of comments onto a young lady named Ellie. You know, seems a very nice lady. Well, I think she's young. I don't know, to be honest with you. All I know is her name's Ellie. And there's a young man on there who thanked me for my film, but then he put another little message on there first, meaning he saw my video first. And his name was Ollie. But it's nice that, you know, he's keen enough to be first to watch my video. He must be a real fan of the old legend, he must, because he would have had to have got up in the middle of the night to do that. So I probably hadn't even gone to bed, but no, thank you, Oliver, for your viewings of my antics, and thank you, Ellie, for your little message back to us, mate. But I hope you'll be watching me. But there weren't no need to say sorry and stuff there. You done, you know. I just like encouraging people like Ollie, because if you think about it, farmers, we're just the caretakers of this. We spend our lives looking after it and caretaking. Look at that rubbish laying there. Now that's what you don't want. We spend our lives growing food on the land and looking after the countryside. And then somebody decides to clean their garage out and throw it in the ditch. That is a shame. That is a shame. There's a old wheelbarrow and a load of crap there. But the countryside belongs to everybody. You know, it belongs to everybody on this planet. And you should come out here and enjoy it. Love it and enjoy it, because it is a beautiful place to be. And you see a lot of miracles in the countryside. But in my view, we're just the caretakers. We're just passing through. And it's our job to look after it for future people. But oh god, bloody seatbelt! I can't see whether there's any cars coming. Oh, another postman. Bugger, we got a lot of postmen. That's all them bills they keep bloody bringing me. Yeah, but no, we take great care of the countryside. As best we can. So when you come out here, if you could bring a carrier bag with you, and when you're out here having your sandwiches or whatever you buy, or you're at McDonald's, or see that wheelie bin sitting down there, that's for putting your rubbish in. Take your rubbish home and bung it in the bin. Look after this, it's precious. It's yours as well as ours. You know, it'd be lovely if you did take your rubbish home. There's rubbish in the countryside everywhere. They just open the window and bung it out. It's a shame, because there's a fridge and a sodding washing machine sitting there. It is a shame. You see such lovely, lovely things out here. But the other thing is, all these plastic bottles, you leave the tops off and that, all the little animals get in there and bloody die. And it ain't doing the job no good. So take your rubbish home, please. Look after this. It's as much yours as it is ours. you know, so take your rubbish home. Make me smile. The old ledge, I always take my rubbish home. I would chop my arm off before I throw anything out that window. And if I saw any of my lads doing it, or it was reported to me that they'd done it, I'd have them in there and I'd pull them over the coals. But my lads know, my wheelie bins at the end of the house are for them as well. It is hard to keep the countryside clean and tidy, but you know, the wind tends to blow stuff out of places and off the back of dust carts and that. But a lot of the stuff I see, you know, crisp packets, bottles, McDonald's wrappers, you know, clean them up and take them home. What do you reckon, Ellie? That'd be a bloody good idea, wouldn't it, mate? Yeah. So I have been known to stop and pick rubbish up if it's laying in the middle of the road when I get time, as long as I don't get mowed down by a fast moving push bike. But no, spring's only just round the corner. A nice bit of blossom there for you. That's Mother Nature doing her best for you. As I told my old friend over in Herefordshire, who's put a little thing on there, not much sign of the spring yet, Johnny boy. No, there ain't, mate, but she'll be there sooner or later. It depends on the old coldness. They do reckon Thursday and Friday are going to be quite nice. Nice day to come out and have a look at the countryside. And but I do like to encourage you young pups to take part and look at what we do on the YouTube. You might not be farmers, or you might not be working the farming industry, but you know, it's good that you know what we do out here. Like a lot of people think a farmer's a farmer, but we ain't. We're like your clothes, one size don't fit all. You know, I'm a very unusual farmer. I wouldn't actually say I'm a good farmer, but I'm bloody unusual. But you know, you've got your big factory farms, you've got your like middle of the road sort of medium type farms, and then you've got the small farmers like myself and a lot of my friends. And I don't, you know, I can't speak for anybody else, but I do my best to do the job 100%. Oh, you know, I'm slightly old-fashioned, slightly modern. I take one and cobble it together with the other, and hopefully at the end of the day we do a good job for everybody. I like to produce decent stuff. I do not use slug pellets. I don't agree with them and I don't use them. They do too much damage. And if other people used the plough a bit more and buried their crap rather than leave it laying on the top, you wouldn't have to use slug pellets neither. I don't have any slug problems, but I did have some when I direct drilled a crop of oilseed rape, but everybody and their auntie come out to eat that. The old bunch beetle, and oh god, this seatbelt's strangling me. And I had slugs where I'd never had slugs before. We did use a little bit of slug pellet on them, I must admit, but then in the end we sprayed the rape off anyway and ploughed it up because it was a waste of bleeding time. And we're putting spring barley and spring wheat in the ground. So, but no, it is a lovely lifestyle I lead, and I'm a very lucky man. But some of the main things I do the YouTube thing, the very main thing I think is informing the young people of what we get up to. And I know there isn't a massive amount of jobs doing what I do. You know, it ain't, you know, there ain't dozens of jobs to be had, and they're far and few between. But I must admit, there's 4 of us on the farm now, and 2 of them are 20 years old, so we have quite a young crew. But no, there was a young man as well from Scotland, said would I ever go to the Royal Highlands show. It's a long way away from me, but I do like a good show. I must admit, I do like a good show, and gives us a chance to showcase what we do and the machines that we get to work with. Again, as much for us as the general public as us, you know, it is a good day out, and the kids will love it, absolutely love it, all the tractors and everything. But no, I say never say never. If I get a chance to come to your Royal Island show, I'll be there like a rat down a hole, I tell you. If I can find somewhere to park my fifth wheel, I don't know how big your drive is, but if we can get it on there, boy, I'll be there. Probably, well, it depends when it is as well. I'm afraid we get, well, where do we go? End of May, start of June. We're silaging about there through June. Hay is more or less end week of June, first week of July. But then we do have a bit of a rest there for about a week, if we're really lucky and we work hard, before the straw starts going. But once that starts, then it's all hands to the pump then. You can forget any time off then till the end of September, because as soon as we're finished baling and straw and doing, we've then got to turn the soil over and put next year's crop in. So, well, get the soil turned over anyway. But no, there's a lot to be said for ploughing. I think we've got to have the rotation in there now. I'm now rotating about 140 acres a year in spring cropping now. That's going to be a little bit of a thing that we do here at JWB now, to keep a foot on top of this here black grass. It gives you a chance to get the spray on it, and I just hope they don't take glyphosate away from us, because we'll be fighting a losing battle then if they do. But rotate and use a bit of spray, a bit of glyphosate to get on top of the black grass, and then put it in a spring crop. But the thing being is, a lot of farmers use a lot of drasa, a lot of slope pellets, and they don't plough, they direct drill. Now, I don't know how much those slope pellets cost, but the farmer the other side of the road, I'm not going to mention no names, he's been through his 3 times, and I've heard anything from the price of £8 an acre to 12, 16, 20 pounds an acre for slope pellets. He's been through 3 times. I'll plough your ground for £25 an acre if you want me to. I'll put ploughs and tractors on your ground to plough your ground for £25 an acre. The cost of them slope pellets. Easy, the cost of them slope pellets. And you won't need them. I don't use them. My neighbour Michael, he don't use slope pellets. The only difference between us and the direct drill boys is that we plough. We plough, we knock it down, and then we drill it. And that's the only thing we do different to you. I know you say direct drilling's quick and it's cheap, but my plough cost me 12 grand, 7 furrow Cumberland. You know, we've got power arrow, that cost me about 12 grand as well, to be honest with you, and my drill cost me 22,000. Now, I wouldn't like to know how much your direct drill cost. I know how the horse stuff costs, 60, 70,000 pounds for a reasonable sized drill, maybe even more. And a top-down, piece of top-down equipment, 30-odd thousand pounds. You know, you can do a lot of ploughing for that. You really do, you know. I think a lot of farmers need to take a step back, look at what sprays they're putting on, what chemicals, what drasa they're putting on, and then work that out against ploughing. You know, you might have to have a couple of blokes out there with a couple of Challengers with 7 furrow ploughs on it, you know, or if you have wheel tractors, you can use them wheel tractors to cut your corn. You've only got a plough stand in there, and you can get a brand spanking new top of the range plough for £22,000. You know, in my view, it's a no-brainer, and you're farming a lot cleaner. You know, it's a lot of good putting buffer zones around your fields and leaving your hedges and growing margins around your fields for the birds to eat in. If you're going to chuck drasa all over the middle of it, where the slugs are going to eat the drasa, and then along comes Mrs. Blackbird or Mr. Thrush and eats the bloody slugs. There's your dead bird. You know, how many blackbirds and thrushes do you see in the countryside nowadays? They just ain't there anymore. They just ain't there anymore. there ain't the food for them, and if they do eat it, they stand a chance of getting poisoned themselves. It is a crying shame.